ALLBALL TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
I already see the chat. They saw our last video, Flea. We ain't not here to entertain these shenanigans. Oh, boy, what's going on, man?
Let's go.
Oh, ball suckers.
We live?
Big Flea. Never the little one. We here tonight, y'all.
If you came in here today to fuck around and defend your favorite player, you can leave now. I'm warning you now. You can get the fuck out. Not here for this tonight. Before we do that, I'm not going to be disrespectful, ALLBALL. I never shall.
Hey, man. Excuse me if I'm not. The energy isn't there, but you know, the beautiful ladies is in the building. The sexy, the lovely, the extravagant. Mo, what up, baby? She's in the building. Appreciate you always, man. Big shout out.
Appreciate
what up?
you, Mo. Always showing love. Jeremy's house, a member. Always showing love. Appreciate you, man. Hit that membership button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Do it all. Not in a good mood. And you know why. Bum ass niggas.
KNICKS Rehab.
KNICKS Rehab, y'all.
Hey, we at it. Disgusting loss to the Boston Celtics. As I pull up the box score here. 123-117 loss. The Knicks lose by 6. Jaylen Brown destroyed us. Jalen Brunson was a big dud, looking trash. Couldn't solve any riddles out there. Big bummage of a night for Jalen Brunson. Horrible. I don't know how else to describe that shit. He was trash. Mikal Bridges, 35 points, was on fire. Wasted night from Mikal Bridges. Maybe the best scoring performance he had as a Knick. All-around performance was amazing. Another 2 steals, so that's like, what, 11 straight games with a steal? I think he's trying to go after Mark Jackson's record. I heard in the broadcast. Excuse me, I'm under the weather today, folks. 12 of 17 from the field, 8 for 12 from 3 from Mikal Bridges. Josh Hart, he had a great night too. Couple of turnovers, 19.7 rebounds, 7-11 from the field, 4-7. Him and Mikal Bridges were on fire to start the game. Karl Anthony Towns, 29 points, 7 rebounds. It was all right. Second half, he came out, but he was still looking like a big doofus. 9 points for Deuce McBride. And he didn't stand out to me. In the first quarter, he did. Flea shouted him out, but after that, he didn't get no props from Flea. Get to that in a second. You see -4 plus minus for Jalen Brunson. 15 points, 11 assists. He had a double, but you see 6 of 21 from the field, 1 of 8 from 3. 3 times he got to the free throw line. That says it all right there. Couldn't create any rhythm. They stopped his ass all game long. Jordan Clarkson, 4 points. He's been bummaged the last 3 games. Absolutely horrible against decent teams this season, it seems like. Mitchell Robinson, 5 rebounds in his 15 minutes. I don't care when we lose. Because when we lose, you look like trash. Yabusele, I don't know what you're still doing on the team. This is horrendous already. 1 point for you. That is just amazing. -8. Tyler Kolek, his minutes. There's minutes out there he had with Brunson sometimes. It was crazy. -23 in the plus-minus department. It felt like it. It felt more like they were on Jordan Clarkson's side. He's trash. You see there, Jaylen Brown, 42 points. He destroyed us all game long. He only had 4 points in the first quarter. He had 17 in the second quarter. Then he had what? 20 in the second half, going bananas. 22 for Derek White. Can't believe it. 10 points for Peyton Pritchard, 4 for 13 from the field. 12 points for Anthony Simons, 11 for Josh Minot. And then, of course, they got John Walsh out there looking like Dennis Rodman. And somebody else, I'm not going to say, please told me to chill. And then Neemias Queta. Apparently, the Celtics are the best defensive rated team when he's on the court. You see here, first half, Knicks controlled it until that second quarter. You see right there, the skyscraper just dropped. And that whole second half, the Celtics did not give up their lead. The Knicks were up by what? Was it 31-21, 31-17 in the first quarter? And after that, big bummage. Big bummage. 47-43 won the rebound battle. 29-18, we won the assist battle, but the Celtics are 27th in the league in assists anyway, so who cares? 5 steals to the 6 from the Celtics, 2 blocks to the Celtics, 3. Both teams had 10 turnovers each. That's important because the Celtics lead the league fewest turnovers per game with 11. That's 10 tonight, and the Knicks are 3rd in the league with fewest turnovers per game. But here's the tail of the tape right there. 50% from the field for the Knicks, 56% for the Celtics, even though they shot 32.5% from 3. The Knicks shot 43%. The Celtics shot 85% from the free throw line. The Knicks only 70%. The Knicks shot 43% from the three-point line, if I didn't mention that, by the way. But just a disappointing effort after a 4-game winning streak, all ball. Welcome back to the live. We missed you. But we know you're going to keep it real because it is what it is, man. How do you feel about this game?
Terrible loss. Another loss on the road. Brunson was horrific. It's no excuse. Horrific on both ends of the floor. Horrific. But we're a bad road team. Another loss on the road to a mediocre team. Have to be realistic. Fleet allude to this a lot. We can't get no stops. This happened last season with Tibbs. So at this point, I don't even know if it's coaching. But how many teams we play against where there's guys that we don't know who they are, where they come from, and they have legendary games against us. But this is all on Brunson. Brunson ain't gonna duck this smoke tonight. Brunson was horrific. Brunson was so bad, it looked like he was throwing the game. Brunson was so bad tonight that the investigation with the prop bets and all that, he needs to be investigated tonight. That's how bad Brunson looked. Seriously. And now I'm saying to myself, towards the end of the game, when we made a nice little run in the beginning of the fourth quarter, keep Brunson on the bench. Keep him on the bench. He did nothing but hurt us tonight. He did not. This is the first time that I really seen Brunson and didn't like him at all. At all. As a person, as a baller, it made me cringe. That's how bad Brunson was. All his shots were short. He forced everything. And you made the Boston Celtics look like they figured you out. Player of the week, MVP candidate, first player of the year, All NBA second team, former Eastern Conference Finals player. You let average Boston Celtics players figure you out tonight out of all nights against our rivals. Listen, this is all on Brunson. Can I have a game like this? And tonight, the bullseye's on him. The spotlight is on him. This has nothing to do with nobody else. You are the captain. You are the leader. You cannot play like this. This was bad. And it was so many times where it was just like, yo, bro, sub yourself out. If you can't score, if you don't have it, bro, you turning the ball over. You look crazy. You look crazy. I can't defend you. No, we're not doing that. That was terrible. Terrible. And if this is what we're doing on the road against half-ass mediocre teams, then Fabian, y'all are 100% correct. We are nowhere near championship contention. Nowhere near the best team in the East contention. Because now the way Orlando's playing with our big hero, we already know what Detroit is. We could scoff and laugh at Philly all we want. but they got a dynamic backcourt that will run motherfuckers through the ringer if you play with them. And we're not even talking about Toronto. So at the end of the day, Brunson tonight wet the bed, and this was bad. This was bad. And I I thought at a point Mike Brown left Pollock in the game too long in that second quarter. But that second quarter told it all. That second quarter told it all. You cannot allow that to happen. This is where basketball IQ and coaching makes a difference. We watched on the other end with Boston. We watched that coach win this basketball game tonight. Even though Jaylen Brown had a monster game, that coach let us know you can't have Mitchell Robinson on the court. You're going to foul him, you're going to have to go hit free throws. So at the end of the day, Mike Brown, I'm not going to, if I'm going to give a slice of the pie, Jalen Brunson gets damn near 90%. But Mike Brown gets some type of blame because you left Kolek out there for too long at one point, and then why would you even put Brunson in the game when he didn't have it at all? At all. So for me, this was tough, but what makes it even worse, another role loss. Another role loss. And you're not going to win a championship. You're not going to be a great basketball team. You're not going to win basketball games in the playoffs or advance if you can't win on the road. And a team like Boston, who is just decimated with injuries, and they have third, fourth string guys, and we are allowing guys to just make history on us. And it's just tonight was a bad watch. Tonight was a bad watch. We made a little run, but we couldn't get stops. And defense is something that, listen, no matter how great Mikal Bridges looked, Cat, okay, he had 29. I'm not going to throw no dirt on him, but we can't get stops. And Boston, 3 after 3 after 3. But Brunson, Lord have mercy. Bruh, you have to explain this tonight. I can't wait to hear what you got to say on the podium, whenever that is. But you have to explain this tonight. Short of you might be the real Batman and you was out fighting crime and was tired from that. That's the only excuse I'm going to hear from you. You are the Batman or Iron Man. You one of those was like, yo, I was fighting crime. I was tired, Thanos and all them. I fought soup. If it ain't one of those, nigga, what the fuck happened? What happened? Come on, man. Nah.
Nah, he gave him a European accent. He said Thanos.
You cannot, and I'll let Flea cook. Everybody know I'm a Brunson fan, but this was bad. And what makes it worse is great players, when they don't have it offensively, they help out other ways, whether it's defense, whether it's rebounding, whether it's assists, whether it's other things. But for you to turn the ball over, for you to just be on offense and don't know what you're doing, listen, man, this was bad. And just, please, you can cook. But for me, what makes it even worse, another road loss. Another road loss. And we supposed to be the best team in the East. We supposed to be competing for a championship this season, and we're doing the total opposite. So for me, just a tough loss. It makes it even worse that it's against the Boston Celtics, who we know is our rivals. I can't stand Boston. And all we do is just give guys confidence. So now, you have a guy like Jaylen Brown who now looks like he's that guy against us. Just a tough loss, but Jalen Brunson, you have to explain, bro. I'm sorry. If there's not a real explanation, you need to be under investigation, straight up, because that's how bad you look tonight. People control and think I'm playing. I'm dead serious. You look that fucking bad tonight on both ends of the floor. Tonight, Flea, when you talked about the other day, KNICKS Rehab, defense, cone, horrific. So for me, we have to figure that out. But Brunson, bruh, this shit is 90% you, 10% I give to Mike Brown. And I'm going to be honest, tonight, we got outcoached. And we got outplayed by mediocre players. Straight up. I don't give a fuck how Boston fans feel. Niggas is all mediocre. And kicked our ass tonight. Outworked us, out-hustled us, outsmarted us with basketball IQ. That, to me, that starts from the head down. Coaching. That coach coached his ass off. He didn't give up. That first quarter, the game looked like it's about to be blown off the doors. Second quarter, he said, nah, we ain't throwing in the towel. That nigga coached, and that was the fucking difference. Great head coaching, a historic night by Jaylen Brown, and Jalen Brunson playing one of the most horrific games I've seen in the NBA in a long time. 5-star. He ain't no superstar tonight. Fuck that. Floor is yours, Flea.
You know, Dave Smith couldn't wait for this. Some captain.
Man.
Front and center, right? You know, he pop up, he show up.
Luis Rios. Oh, Luis Rios. Thank you for your 199.
199.
We are not going to win with that BS. Cap lying. Flea. This was a horrific effort. You were calling it from the beginning of the game, like, nah, Brunson don't look right. Then you forget, you know, Derek White always plays him great. And the Celtics just bottled him up, and he didn't look good on any side of the floor. He was getting his ass whooped on the defensive end as well. But what's your response to this game, and see if we could get things in order from Coach Flea, man?
Ain't coming from no coach's perspective right now. I don't it's a bad loss. It's just a bad loss. The way we started the game is the way we should have finished the game. We came out hot. We came out moving the ball. It's things I was saying, we looked comfortable. We finally looked comfortable in the offense. Everybody looked like they know where they was at. They knew they role. The Knicks looked like a completely different team come the second and third quarter. Like, completely different team. We forgot how to move the ball. We started getting stagnant. Guys start standing around watching, right? It's just, we lacked consistency tonight. And when you lack consistency and we already struggle on the defensive end, that's a recipe for disaster. We gave up like close to 40 points in the second quarter, and then came out of the locker room and gave up another close to 40 points in the third quarter, right? So it was just an horrendous effort on the defensive end. I mean, we could spend time on Brunson, right? Because y'all know how I feel about him, especially on the defensive end. Like, I love the fact that he's on our team. I love what he's been doing for us for the last few years, and this season, obviously. He's played a week. So this is a bad game. 6 for 21. This is a bad game. But if he plays better, we win this game. Everybody else showed up. Everybody else was in rhythm and was working their ass off to keep us in this game. Say what you want about Cat. I thought Cat could have rebounded the ball a little better. But aside from that, he did what he had to do. There was a lot of things that he got around the rim where he was showing slight signs of toughness. There's a lot of signs tonight where Cat wasn't tough. But there was a lot of times tonight where he finished around the rim, right? He called for the basketball. I'm always talking about Cat's over 7 feet tall. You got Brunson and you got other small guards that are looking to find you and get you the basketball. When you are 10 years old, you learn. Coaches tell you, put your hand up, be a target, and yell for the basketball. It's pretty simple. And when he's demonstrative and when he's trying to get the ball, like, he looked good. But as a collective, we just weren't on a string defensively. Too many guys get open threes. We always find ourselves in rotation and never get out contesting three-point shots. Yeah, Boston is not the same three-point shooting team they were last year, but tonight they got hot. Jaylen Brown kicked our ass, right? But it seemed like it was infectious to everybody else on the team. OG is talking about all these mediocre regular weed players that they have, right? Fabian is talking about baby Charlie Villanueva. Shout out to Jordan Walsh. He kicked our ass tonight. And he didn't fill up the stat sheet with 25 points and 10 rebounds and this and that. He was just hustling. He was going after every loose ball. He was getting offensive rebounds. Shit that they were just quicker to the basketball than we were tonight. Just quicker to the ball. And, that's a tough loss. You can't continue to lose on the road. You just can't do that. You got to win games on the road. Pardon me. You got to win games on the road. You have to. And you got to set a tone and understand that, When we see the Knicks, they bringing it to us. Yeah, there were signs tonight where we were bringing it to them, but I thought that second and that third quarter kind of set the tone for what the rest of the game was going to look like. Boston had a ton of confidence, and even when we got up off the mat and punched them in the mouth, they were ready to punch back, right? Because they had been punching all night long. They had been beating us up all night long. So once fourth quarter came, and you could see they started to run out of gas, right? They started to turn the ball over. They stopped getting stops. We started moving the ball. Mikal Bridges was lights out tonight. Couldn't miss. Big shout out to Mikal Bridges. He was huge for us tonight, right? But at the end of the day, when Jalen Brunson doesn't show up, and I mean showing up being that you're making the right decisions. It shouldn't have took 21 shots for you to understand that you don't have it tonight. You shouldn't have got to 21 shots for you to understand I don't have it tonight. If you look at the stat sheet, yeah, he had 11 assists. All of those 11 assists were straight to points. And what I mean by that is that don't really mean shit all the time when you getting assists straight to points. OG always brings up the hockey assist. I saw none of that from him, where it's swing, and somebody else gets a shot, or it's swing, and somebody gets something to the rim, or somebody gets an easy layup. I didn't see a lot of that from him tonight. So that's what I mean where from my vantage point, he stunk it up. Obviously, he didn't shoot the ball well. Yo, listen, your stars are not going to shoot the ball well every night. It is what it is. But your superstars, they show up different ways, right? They were hunting him again, y'all. Soon as Jaylen Brown figured out, oh, they're going to allow Jalen Brunson to guard me, fool, he's done. And he couldn't really do nothing with. And to be honest, Brunson is trying. It's not like he ain't trying. He's trying to guard Jaylen Brown, but he can't. He can't. And that's IQ of the basketball team. They kept trying to take advantage of that. They did. We didn't start blitzing Jaylen Brown till late in the game. That was bad. So just a trickle-down effect of some things. I thought we put ourselves in a position to win this game, though. It was a 4-point game with 3 minutes to go, 3.5 to go. Somebody fact-check that for me. We were in the game with Jalen Brunson probably having his worst shooting night of his career as a Knick. We were in the game. So I just think from that perspective alone, there's some shit that we got to tighten up. And it starts on the defensive end. I'm going to say it again. The way we looked in the first quarter, we're able to sustain that. But the problem is that we can't get stops against a Boston, against a Hornets, against the Wizards, against bad teams. We can't get stops. So how the fuck we going to get stops against Denver, against OKC, against Cleveland, against Philly? I'm talking about down the stretch, right? When we see these teams in the playoffs, how are we going to get stops? We got to figure out a way to get on the string defensively. It starts there. I don't give a fuck about the stat sheet tonight. A lot of guys played well tonight. Big shout out to them. But we don't play defense, and that's going to kill us every time.
I think the point you're referring to is when Mikal Bridges is scoring 9 points, the 2 threes, got fouled on 1 3-pointer. We ended up having the 102-99 with the last Bridges 3-pointer. And after that, the Celtics pulled away. I think you guys said everything, hit it on the nose. The Brunson defense is just, I don't know how he can play defense. I don't see how he has to constantly have his head on a swivel. He has to start at the elbow. He left somebody open in the corner. There's too many times he's left on Keita, and a big man, you're supposed to know, I got to get the hell out of the paint. Switch with somebody, talk. I don't know how he can do that. I don't know what that entails on defense. Like, how do you call that out if Cat ran out to go, defend the 3-point shot and you're in the paint with Keita on you? How do you switch with somebody there? But there's too many times that they have to switch. It's going to involve a lot of talking with you guys. But you signed up for this. You guys signed up to be the one-sided players on the basketball team. So, the other thing is, immediately after Brunson sat down in the first quarter, it had to be the second quarter because he played the whole first quarter. I think it was McBride, either McBride or Clarkson, that threw it down and fed Karl-Anthony Towns in the elbow on the right-hand side, and they ran like 5 different plays with Karl-Anthony Towns on the right hand side in the first quarter, and they never really gave it to him. And that's the part to me that I'm like, where Brunson has to start communicating with Cat, like, yo, if you ain't, like, you got to start being vocal. He has to make him feel more comfortable because that's not in him. Like, when I say tough, like, Tim Duncan wasn't slapping nobody in the face, but Tim Duncan was pretty. He's gonna let you know to give me the ball. There's no way he's not gonna let you know that. All NBA, he's the greatest power forward of all time for a reason. He's known as that. And I think Anthony Towns, the rest of the team has to figure out a way to get him comfortable to do this, and including Brunson feeding him the ball. It's 5 straight possessions that you didn't allow Anthony Towns to start the game off with the ball in his hands, when Mike Brown, all he's talked about from preseason on was, I need Anthony Towns on these positions on the court. He's a better passer than Brunson, and he could get a lot easier shots than him. But more importantly for me, the game is easier for everybody if Anthony Towns is starting off and looking off to read the defense and see what's the best matchup and what's the next best play with the ball in his hands. Because Brunson's not going to do that with Derek White on him, Jaylen Brown on him, when he played against the Orlando Magic. You have to get into crazy mode, Brunson, to do that. And maybe he needed to do that early on. If he was going to do that, I'd rather him do that than this shit. I'd rather him go one-on-one all game long than this shit today. Go crazy and go, catch a couple charges. Do whatever you got to do. But I'd rather you be aggressive with something.
I'm sorry, Ray. Nigga said some wild shit.
Who? What he say?
Nigga said some wild shit about Bridges in the comments. I was trying to hold it, bro, but the nigga said some wild shit in the comments.
Why are you stopping this?
I'm sorry. No, please don't. Harlem 1967, please, my brother.
Oh, nah, you might be banned for that, Harlem. You're not from Harlem. Don't you ever in your life if you post that again, you out of here. Flea, what's wrong with you? We're supposed to let that go. But,
I'm sorry.
Nah, but I think Brunson, if he's not aggressive, I don't get it. Because, like, even with Cat now, it's like I want to blame Cat for not being dominant, 7 rebounds, but Brunson having that horrible of a game. That's when the whole thing about being a point guard, like, you have to have a point guard's mindset. You have to read the room. Bro, this is Cat's game. And then Mikal Bridges going off like that. It's a wasted game from our third option, fourth option. OG Anunoby's missing. These guys are missing Tatum. He was looking like the son of a Dominican drug lord on the sidelines with the gold chain on, the black sweater and all that. He just looked crazy. The baby hairs. But I don't know, man. Everybody else, Josh Hart played a great game. Mitchell Robinson has just been disappearing as usual. I don't remember him having a great game on the road. Clarkson is trash, man. Jordan Clarkson is trash. Like, enough is enough with this shit, man. Tyler Kolek is better than him. Landry Shamet is better than Jordan Clarkson. I never thought I would have said that in my life. He is garbage. And I don't want to hear about, I don't know if I'm playing 30 minutes. I don't know if I'm playing. You playing 21 minutes a game. You signed up for this. He doesn't fit the bill. This is 3 games in a row where we need you and you're not showing up. 2 of them was at home, if I'm not mistaken. When we were playing the trash teams, you went off against the Nets. You went off against them bum teams. But then when the decent teams show up, we mastered against the Bucks. We mastered against the Raptors. And then tonight, it's 3 games in a row now, and we're on the road. He's not the answer. So I expect a trade coming up with him or somebody on the bench, because we need shooting and we need a real spark off the bench. Somebody and people that can really get to the basket, create their own shot, and create something for Cat or whoever else, Mitchell Robinson, because he's not the answer. Like, I'm sick of him. I think 20 games in, I don't know what anybody ever saw in Jordan Clarkson before this season, the last 4 or 5 years. So I was wrong about him, and I was wrong about Shamet, because Shamet showed the hell up when he was balling out with his tore shoulder. He's, he gives an effort, and he's shooting well. OG, can't wait for him to come back. But this is out of control, ball.
I mean, everybody make a great point. But as bad as Brunson is as a defender, which we all know, and is to the point where you can't not talk about it, you can't hide it, and it is a problem. A bigger problem is us defensively as a team. We are bad. Nobody closes out on those 3-point shots. Nobody. Probably our better defender right now is Mikal Bridges by far. But But as a team, we are terrible defensively. And that's not defending Brunson or no, Brunson is terrible. But as a team, we are terrible. And I've been saying this for a while now. When we start having to depend on Josh Hart for scoring, we are going to lose. When we look to Josh Hart for scoring, when Josh Hart now, because you can see when he gets the ball, you can see in his mind, he thinks he's that guy. He starts doing things. No, I'm being for real. Josh Hart, the energy, the effort, the rebounding, just everything else. But when we have to depend on Josh Hart now getting 15 plus points, that is a big problem. That is the big problem. And in that first quarter, I start to see now where we look for Josh Hart to score the ball. And it's like, yo, so for me, I'm saying this now. Mike Brown will be fired after this season. I'm gonna say it again. Mike Brown will be fired after this season. This team will not make a deep playoff run. This team, right now, as constructed, if we're playing this way, will not be in a championship. And by that, Mike Brown will be fired. He is part of this problem. Simple and plain. Please, you 100% correct. That first quarter, that's how we supposed to play. Fast pace, guys getting open shots, move the ball, swing the ball. But it seems like we revert right back to the BS. And we thought you would bring a coach that's going to change the dynamic of the team. And right now, for us to not get really no road wins and struggle like this on the road, how are we going to win a road game in the playoffs against a Detroit, a Philly, a Toronto, a Cleveland? How? Orlando? So I see a lot of things that's going to happen. Fabian, you're 100% correct. I'm going to speak for myself. I was dead wrong about Clarkson, Yabusele. Them niggas is trash. And I'm going to be honest. I like Deuce, but I'm sick of just the 9 points. Seriously. We need more firepower off the bench. We need a guy that's going to give us 12 to 16 points, which we thought that would be Clarkson. We see the news with Giannis. Make the move. Make the move. Make the move. Giannis is not happy in Milwaukee. They just lost 7, 8, 9 straight. He just unfollowed a whole bunch of shit with Milwaukee, took down pictures. Make the fucking move. But yeah, my brothers, y'all both make great points. Flea been saying this for a while, and he at this point is 100% correct. The type of basketball we're playing, the type of defense that we're not playing, we are nowhere near championship contention. And if Brunson continues to play like how he played tonight and struggle like this, listen, man, we'll be lucky to get out the first round depending on the matchup. Seriously. So we got to fix this quick, man, or it'll just keep getting worse and worse, especially if we can't get no wins on the road.
So let's stay right there, old boy, because you're right. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Here's the news on him. The NBA Bochinche. Giannis has deleted all posts on Twitter going back to 2021 and has removed all Bucks-related content on his IG, excluding his NBA championship and cup posts. This is the last tweet on his Twitter feed. Happy birthday to Mamba. That was in 2021. Also, I was made aware of this by the great Flea MX himself. Karl-Anthony Towns' extension expired earlier this year. This article is about him loving to extend his Knicks stay as contract talks await. So, despite no traction on the contract extension, Karl-Anthony Towns said his relationship with the Knicks front office remains strong, and he hopes to continue his career with the team. Hell yeah, I want to stay here. Obviously, get a chance to be home, see my family. It means more than the money, you know. So just to be able to be here with the fans, be with the family, it means a lot. I would like it to continue. Towns and the Knicks failed to reach an agreement during the extension window before the October 20th deadline, when he was eligible for 2 years and $150 million tacked onto his current deal. He will again be eligible for an extension after the 2026 NBA playoffs, according to ESPN front office insider Bobby Marks. So that's Towns said, me, Leon Rose, and Gerson Rosas and everyone, we're great. I'll go have lunch with them right now. We're good. Counter this season, Towns 30 has at least 2 years left, roughly $110 million remaining on his contract. In other words, he can't become a free agent until at least 2027. He also has a $61 million player option for the 27-28 season. So there's a decent chance he won't hit the market until 2028. A lot being said, but you know, after every Knicks loss, it's a cat countdown to get the fuck up out of here and go get Giannis. Fleet, I know we tired of talking about it, but I think the interesting thing for me is, you know, just the way that we play defensively, how we could lift up with someone like a Giannis. And also for me, I haven't said this or I haven't harped on it really. I've only been harping on the Philadelphia side. You would have to make that trade if Giannis is deleting all these posts for real. And December 15th is rolling around, and all these teams have players available to be traded because that's what's in the contract, and they're eligible to be traded at that time. They couldn't be traded before that. Then you have another level at January 15th, if I'm not mistaken, and it's February, whatever it is. But it's not just the fact that we go get Giannis and get better. It's the fact that Philly, to me, can make a trade, and also the way the Cavaliers look, I don't see how they're going to keep that team together. And there's a couple teams like that. We could go around the league and make this claim. Golden State, he's a lot of desperate. The Lakers are desperate. Everybody's desperate to make a move. And if Giannis, the MVP, to all balls point, made himself available, and he's saying, I want to come to New York, there has just never been an MVP candidate that was this vocal, this adamant about it. And now it looks like if we don't get him, somebody will, because he wants to win. And he's sneakily trying to keep his global icon status, because at least LeBron will have 1 year left on his deal. Giannis has like 3 years left, and he's trying to force his way out of Milwaukee, Flea. So I think if we have to make the move, it's going to be because I don't want Philly to get him. Not by any means, but I don't see a championship window with this current team.
I mean, like I told you before, I'm not hanging up the phone if there's a deal on the table for Giannis. I'm not hanging up that. You'd be nuts to hang up the phone when people are calling and talk about we want to deal with y'all to move Giannis. I just think, you know, this is going to be an up and down season regardless of however we put it together. However we put it together, it's going to be up and down. Whatever pieces we move, whatever moves we make, it's not going to end in championship. The championship run ended, in my opinion, when you fired Tibbs, because you started over with a completely different coach. You were not going to continue on the same trajectory into the championship, into the finals, when you changed head coaches. Not in the same year, like not in the following year. You just wasn't going to do that. We weren't good enough for that. We're not good enough for that. And that's evident right now. It's evident. It's the first quarter of the season. We already struggled defensively. How many teams have you seen? Find them for me. How many teams have you seen miraculously change defensive principles, become a better team defensively mid-season? How often does that happen? With championship level teams. Championship level teams set that foundation early. You could look at certain teams and like, damn, they smother these niggas. Okay, they are elite on the defensive end. You can look at that early. We don't have that. We're not there yet. So, yeah, we could think about making moves. Mike Brown could get fired at the end of the season, or all of that. If we're still trying to figure out what's the right piece here, we are not championship contenders yet. So throw that out the window. Just throw it out. We just got to build from here. I don't know. I don't know how else to realistically look at it, because we could do all the pipe dreams. Okay, we trade for Giannis. If we trade for Giannis, whatever it is that we trade for Giannis for by the 15th of this month, a week from now, is that a project? Are you expecting championship then? If we do that right now?
Well, I hear what you're saying. Giannis gives us a better chance at a championship or moving forward towards a championship. I'm just, you know, at a point where, you know, if a player that status or that magnitude, 30 plus and 15 plus boards, we already know top 5 best player in the NBA in the last however many years. When a player like that wants to play for your team, you go get him. I've never heard a player of that magnitude say, I want to play here, and you don't go get him. especially when he's better than everybody on your team. So I get what you're saying, Flea. It's definitely gonna be ups and downs, but Giannis is he moves us closer to winning the championship. I tell you that much. I just feel, what we have now, I think this is what it's going to be. I don't see Clarkson getting better. I don't see nobody on the team getting better. Maybe Mikal Bridges, because he proved tonight that if he get the shots, if he get the opportunity, he can put the ball in the basket. But as far as everybody else, I think everybody reached their ceiling. So for me, I just feel a player like Giannis, that wants to play for you. I don't see, like you said, how we don't pick up the phone and really discuss that and see how we can get him over there. But I think you have to make the move now. For us to be struggling like this on the road, I think a move like that will save Mike Brown's career, and it'll save Brunson. It'll save a lot of them guys' careers, because right now, if we continue to play like this, I might have to backpedal on everything I said about every fucking body, including Brunson.
Well, if it saves Brunson's career, if it saves Mike Brown's tenure as a Knicks head coach, then my question is, what type of pressure does that put on Leon Rose? What is that? How do you, so you got to build around Giannis now,
right?
Yes. Okay, we're gonna play the game. Fuck it, we're gonna play the game. We got Giannis. We're gonna have to build around that. So now we still got two centerpiece type guys in Giannis and Jalen Brunson, because we already thought Jalen Brunson and Cat were the centerpiece guys. So now, obviously, we flip-flop that, because I don't see Giannis being here and Cat still being on the roster. I just don't see that. You got to build around that. That takes time. Now that's a lot of pressure on somebody we ain't talked about in a long time, La Costa Rosa. We ain't said that name in forever. We ain't held his feet to the fire in forever.
I held it.
So now you expecting him to make you want him to make that move, Fabian? Go do this blockbuster shit. And please, anybody that these type of shit. We saw Luka Doncic get traded for Anthony Davis. The NBA is becoming ridiculous. They're doing a lot of wild shit in the league. So let's not act like we haven't seen wild shit happen. And that's just one of many things that we didn't see happening. So be cool. Giannis may not come here, but it could be a bigger blockbuster deal that you're like, what the fuck? So it can happen. Shit is going to happen. When there's smoke, there's fire in this NBA.
I think that may have been what all balls alluding to when Giannis came out and he said, like, I want to go to New York. And then Leon Rose looked at it like, yo, they just traded AD and Luka basically straight up. Like, I'm not giving up all this just to get Giannis. I think that may have been what, prevented the trade, because they want enough players to be with Giannis and Brunson, knowing like, yo, we're going to need OG or Bridges or somebody. We ain't taking everybody from our roster. It just makes no sense. Money-wise, the Cat thing makes perfect sense. But once you make it happen, Brunson's Giannis is the type of personality that's holding everybody accountable, bro. He is the kind of guy that is going to lift your team up through play, through attitude, and just a real basketball specimen. He's a real MVP. When you got guys around him, Brunson ain't got to worry about, do I think Cat is too sensitive or vocal or this or that? There's no question about what Giannis is. And when you got a guy like that walking through the door, it's just a different story. We're in a whole nother world. Like like you always told us, Flea, get the start, worry about the other shit later. See, when y'all talk about Donovan Mitchell, when you talked about Cat, I didn't have none of these responses. I was off. Nah, I'm not trading the whole team for Donovan Mitchell. Y'all are crazy. Mitchell Robinson, what are you talking about? But Giannis,
this is a different level for sure.
Now, there's no disagreement with anybody on the panel, anybody in the comments who that guy is. He's going up against your best, whoever your favorite player is in the game of all time. That's who he's trying to challenge. You heard him the other day, Kobe, LeBron. We say Steph, Mike, Wilt. He said, "Damn, that's some great names to be a part of. Can't wait to pass them in the scoring category." Like he didn't say it like that, but he said it like that. This is what he's thinking about. So where better to do that than in New York? He knows what it means. He saw LeBron's bum ass Lakers expose with his son coming there. I scored 45,000 points in LA. Do that shit in New York. Score 45,000 in New York and see what happens. He knows what it means. I ain't gotta do too much PR move over there. I ain't gotta do too much social media over there. So he knows that side is handled. Now all he has to do is go play ball like he wants to anyway. It's a win-win. And I would hope to keep Bridges, an OG, in one of them. Josh Hart, one of them. We got to. You have to, because that's a ill dude. Giannis is an ill dude to have an OG around. That Drew Holiday shit was no joke with Giannis. No joke.
Got it. That's the pressure I'm talking about, though. Like, y'all want him to pull off this move like this? That's the type of pressure you're gonna put on Leon Rose to now roll his sleeves up and really build the team out. Because for all we know, Mike Brown might not even like this roster. This ain't the guys that he came in. They built this team as a tips team. So maybe this ain't the type of roster that Mike Brown wants to go forward with. If they're confident in Mike Brown. I don't see only guy I see confidence in is Jalen Brunson. Everybody else, and
Josh Hart.
It seems like, and Josh Hart, okay. But even him, at the right deal, he's expendable too. You shitting me? Josh Hart ain't gonna hold up a deal for Giannis. Giannis. It's not happening. If you tell me if you're gonna hang up the phone because Josh Hart, because you don't want to give up Josh Hart for Giannis, you're crazy.
Yo, Joe Brown, bring in Thanasis, Molasses, bring them all, brother. What you talking about? Bring the whole Greece over here. We got a whole Greek community in New York and Queens. You kidding me? I just that's what I'm saying. All ball, a guy like that, the Shamits of the world, the Clarksons of the world, everybody just gets lifted up with a Giannis around. That's just how it goes with these kind of dudes.
We have the pieces to make the move, and we have a deep enough roster to where I think we'll be fine. Now, would it be championship contention? Maybe not, but is it one step way closer than what it is now? Hell yeah. And for me, if you telling me they want Cat, OG, let's say Deuce, and let's say, I don't know, somebody else, and we get to keep Hart, we get to keep Shamit, we get to keep Bridges, and now we have Brunson with that. And then now we have to make maybe little other moves here and there. Like, I'm just saying, we have the pieces. We don't have to give up OG and Bridges. We have the pieces. So for me, like I said, I could be wrong, but watching what we are now, in the beginning of the season, I was just ecstatic. And one thing with me, when I'm wrong, I can admit I'm wrong. Today, December 2nd, I'm wrong. We are not championship contention, especially the product that we've been putting out on the road. And like I said, I just think no matter what, a Giannis move would save Mike Brown's career for this season, but I still think Mike Brown is out of here. This is why Mike Brown was never good or never a great head coach. But I'm not going to put the onus on him. Go ahead, Figure.
I wanted to really finish the Giannis thing before we move on to Mike Brown. Why do you think he's done? Why do you think Mike Brown is done?
Because it shows that, want me to be honest, he can't coach. We can't win on the road. How are you a good head coach if you can't win games on the road? And when we get to the playoffs, how are we going to win a playoff series if we can't win no games on the road? We are still a bad defensive team. And I just think he's a mediocre head coach. And this is why it was a duration the way he couldn't get a head coaching job. Y'all always allude to what happened in LA. Look what happened in Sacramento. So we may have to come to terms with what Flea said was 100% correct. But also watching us up until now, I don't see how anyone can say Mike Brown is a good head coach. That's just my opinion.
What do you think, Flea?
I just think it's too early to judge Mike Brown as a whole in terms of what we got going on with the Knicks. We going through a lot of adjustments. OG is out right now. He is a very integral part of what we're doing. very, very integral part of what we do. So for me, whether you like him or not, this is what it is. Because here's the thing. I could get on my high horse and fight you niggas again for another 30 days, 60 days, however long it was about that Tibbs shit. But this is the shit that we wanted. And so now we here, and now we killing this guy after 20 games, like I said we would. And so what is it that we want? Reconstructing the roster, moving, firing coaches, doing all of that is not the same as changing how you play. It's not the same as fixing how you approach games. I don't understand how we can't start holding just the guys on the court accountable as opposed to looking at the guy that's standing on the sidelines all the time. Joe Mazzulla is a great motivator, but he did not make Jordan Walsh play his ass off tonight. He did not make Keita, who may not play nowhere else in the league, play his ass off tonight. He did not hold their hands and make them do that. So for us to keep holding Mike Brown accountable, okay, it is whatever. He ain't a good coach. We don't like him. Cool. We'll find another coach. But at some point, the player's gonna have to play. Players gonna have to play. Brunson gonna have to realize when he ain't got it rolling, we need to get everybody else involved. Cat's got it going tonight. Go to him. Like, nah. It's way too early. Now Mike Brown's gonna get fired after 20 games. After Mike Brown was the guy for us.
I said it before the season started. I said if he don't do a good job, this is no knock to you, but I don't want nobody to talk to me as if I'm saying something new. I said this before the season started. I said Mike Brown is on the hot seat, and if we don't have a better season than we had last season, he will get fired because Tom Thibodeau left it on a plate for him. And to me, he's ruining what Tom Tibbs left.
But how is that putting a coach in a great position? How is that you walking a coach into a position with a new roster and you're telling him you on the hot seat, you better bring us to a championship? And he ain't never fucking did it before. He ain't never did it. He ain't walking in with no experience, no level of I'm a championship level coach. He ain't done it at the highest level as the guy. So now we replace him with Tibbs and say, hey, go win us in a championship. He ain't shit. What has he shown us to say that? So now he's on the hot seat to make it go to another level? Get the fuck out of here. Mike Brown should be given at least 3 years to figure this shit out if we really fuck with him. If we really like him like that.
3 years?
We fired the guy.
No,
we fired the guy that elevated us. And now we walk him in here like he's some fly shit. He's not that. So I'm looking at the reality of what he is. Not what you niggas want. What you niggas want is a championship. I'm with you on that. But the reality of the situation is he ain't that great of a coach. So why would we expect him to walk in and win us a championship? What the fuck are we talking about, y'all?
Oh, all right, so hold on. And then Fabian can go. Hold on. So no Jason Tatum, no Porzingis in Boston, no Halliburton in Indiana, no Embiid in Philly, and we don't supposed to be one of the best teams in the East, and we're looking like maybe the 5th or 6th best team in the East, and that should have nothing to do with coaching. That should all be the players.
Are we the best team in the East right now?
No. I'm asking you. We should be, but we're not. But I'm saying us looking like the 5th or 6th instead of the 1 or the 2. I'm saying that has nothing to do with coaching. That should all be the players.
Right now that should be. For guys that have been together, the confidence that you guys have is because these guys played together. So you're like, the coach got to come in and prove himself because the players have played together already and they've made it to the Eastern Conference Finals already. But when are we going to just start holding the players accountable for how they show up night in and night out? Mike Brown is implementing shit. Mike Brown has Fabian stripping on here, but now we pissed right now because we didn't show up tonight against Boston. It's like, come on. We just came off a 4-game winning streak. We was just jumping and hollering about how we were playing over the last 4 games. Jalen Brunson gave up a dud tonight. Everybody played well but him. Lord have mercy help the Charlotte Hornets because he might go for 40 against the Hornets. But like, come on, like, if we're going to really be realistic right now, this was just a bad loss on the road. I'm not getting Mike Brown out of here now off of this. Not this.
But he should be feeling championship pressure. That's how it is over here. I mean, Karl Anthony Towns, Jalen Brunson, that should be the barometer. It shouldn't be playoffs. It shouldn't be conference finals. We made the conference finals, and we felt like having a new coach is that. So for him to walk into a new city and, this is what it feels like when you get championship pressure. That's night in, night out. What happened tonight? They asking questions about that with OKC every night, and they blowing teams out in the third quarter. They will like the great coaches always point out, like Joe Mazzulla. You talking about Joe Mazzulla? He will point out some crazy shit, and they were by 30.
Fabian, Joe Mazzulla has rope. I'm just the point I'm trying to make is the coaches that you are probably about to mention right now, like a Dagnall, like a Nurse, like who'd you just say? Who'd you just say?
OKC.
OKC. So all of these coaches, right? Mazzulla, you just said Mazzulla, Nurse, Dagnall, they all get extensive rope to do what they got to do. There is no, and I again, it ain't New York City, but if we're talking about championship caliber shit, OKC got a championship. They allowed that guy to go from 20 wins to being a championship level team to now possibly going back to back and breaking a record that was just broken, maybe a decade ago. But they allowed him to figure some shit out. This coaching carousel that y'all want to attach to, it ain't gonna work, and we're gonna still be in the same spot we've been in. No championship.
But it doesn't have to be a carousel. It has to be a standard. Like that we brag about it when we talk about it with the Yankees, but I could see if when the Yankees don't have a great team, I don't know what standard you people are talking about. That's unrealistic. This is not unrealistic. This is a real.
If you fire the coach after 1 year, it's a carousel. What are we talking about?
I'm not saying
that'll be the third coach in 2 years.
No, you're already jumping the fire. You're already jumping the fire, and I'm talking about the way we're talking right now is putting his feet to the fire. Yo, bro, what happened the first 20 games? Why is it that Brunson didn't show up tonight? Why is it that Cat's not getting the ball more and being more commanding and doing exactly what you said a big man's supposed to be doing? That's kind of his job to motivate him too, make him feel comfortable to be more vocal. So why aren't these things happening? I don't think that happens without putting pressure on him. The pressure got to be got. And on top of that, Giannis just came out and said, I want to go to New York. And I just deleted every single Bucks merchant paraphernalia on my Instagram.
So we a bad team. So let me ask y'all a question. Flat out. We a bad team?
I don't think we're a bad team. But I think that he can, if you have a different style of coach, we don't play defense like this. We just don't. And we won't. I think they will hold Brunson accountable. I think the coach might tell Brunson, "Yo, bro, this ain't. I don't care what the contract said. I don't care what your history says. I don't want you to play defense like that." I think JJ Redick. That's why I call JJ Redick a bitch for standing down on LeBron like that, bro. He will call out everybody on his team except LeBron. You cannot make Brunson exempt especially when we're losing and we got championship expectations. To your point for the whole season, Flea.
That was a great question, Flea, and it put my Knicks fandom to the side compared to, and I have to do it like this. This is just my answer. Are we a bad team? No, but compared to the expectations and to the good teams today, yes, we are a bad team. If we're looking to win a championship and we're looking at OKC and Denver, Lakers are playing great. If we're looking at what Detroit is doing now, if we're looking at Orlando, how they're doing without Ben Karen, I'm just trying to name both teams on each each conference. Please, yes, we are a bad team because when we play the good teams and can't win on the road, how are we a good team? How are we not a bad team? So yes, I think we are a bad team when we play against the good teams and when we're on the road. And to me, that has something to do with coaching. Not 100%, because you're correct. It has to come a time and point where, bruh, the players got to be held accountable. But coaching has to play a part in some of this. And Mike Brown, we cannot just ignore him when we talk about what we're doing and how we're looking, like y'all said. And I said this at the beginning of the season. Remember, y'all said 20, 30 games. I said 10 games. How we're looking in these first almost 20 games, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. We do not look good. We do look like a bad team.
20 games in, head coaching change, a starter out for the last 2 weeks, and we 13-7 and second in the East right now. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it and kind of continue to live with the results. If we got faith in Mike Brown, and this is the guy that we brought in that's gonna take us to the next level, whether we agree with it or not, that's what they did. So that's how they roll it. 13-7 after 20 games. And again, we're not at full force. You just said how much you miss Landry Shamet. A bunch of people in the comments just talked about how much we miss Landry Shamet to what he was bringing us. We already know what we expect and what OG has been doing for us over the last couple of seasons. So, I mean, if I'm looking at it and being fair across the board, I think that we're in a good spot, especially after all the adjustments we make. Finding ways to implement this new offense. It looks good some nights it doesn't. I think that's fair to a team like this trying to figure it out. I just look at us very not a championship team. We figuring it out, and I think we in the right direction.
I'm gonna just say this, and this is no disrespect to Landry Shamet, but when people say we miss Landry Shamet, that's how you know we're a bad fucking team. No disrespect, but when you're the 7th, 8th, maybe 9th guy off the bench, and you make that big of a difference, come on, man. To me, that says it all. Go get fucking Giannis. To me, that right there is the icing on the cake. And I like Landry Shamet. Great play, good play. I love him on the team. But when anything starts with, damn, man, we miss Landry Shamet, we are in fucking trouble. Mayday, Mayday, we are in fucking trouble.
It's a piece. It's a piece. It's a piece.
But let's not forget, anytime we lose to them Celtics,
Indiana is missing Andrew Nembhard. They gonna feel it.
Anytime we lose to them Celtics, one man is celebrating and dancing on our grave. Tom Thibodeau is wilding on the.
Who's that? Paul Pierce? That's what I was looking for. So I can't stand Boston, bro.
Yo. Listen, man. We wanted them traded, all boy. We got to take what comes to the territory. We got to deal with Mike Brown. I just want him to be more like Flea, to be honest with you. If Mike Brown was more like Flea, I think I might be a little more excited.
Don't
bro.
Be like me.
Yeah.
Don't be like me. I ain't shit. Don't be like me.
You over here trying to get with somebody, you know what I mean? Slinging it all over the city.
I don't know what you talking about.
Luis Rios, thanks again for your $1.99.
99.
Why Brunson need to walk the ball down 90 feet? I don't know. Yo, Laheim said I got the Thriller laugh going. Laheim, that is my laugh. I don't know where you been at. You're not talking about the real issue. I'm surprised. What's the real issue, Tony?
20-0 ain't realistic. 20-0 is insane. 18-2 is insane. It's an insane like 15-5.
15-5. Right. Would have been nice.
So we could hold on. OG. Hold on. Fabian, pull the schedule up. We here for a second.
16 and schedule up. Yeah, all right. Pull the first 20 games up.
That's what I'm saying. What 2 games do you want back? What
I want
3 games do you want back?
Yeah, I think we should have been 16-4. This for sure tonight.
Okay, tonight's fine. I think tonight is on my list too. Tonight's fine.
Blind as a bat.
I think tonight was a winnable game. Fact. Go to the losses, right? Oh, you got the schedule up. All right.
Hold on. That Miami Heat loss and one of them Orlando Magic losses. Those 2 and the Boston Celtic loss, we need back.
Okay. And if those are cool. If those are the losses that we need back, right? A couple of those losses we said guys got punked. We didn't talk about coaching. We talked about Orlando punking those guys. I don't know what Mike Brown's supposed to do with Desmond Bane beating the shit out of Jalen Brunson. I don't know what he's supposed to do about that. And Brunson ain't fighting back. I don't
But
know what they're
Fleet,
supposed to
right.
do. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, but Fleet, we just have to be honest, right? Looking at our schedule for the first 20 games, schedule is sweet, right? I understand that, of course, 20-0 we shouldn't be, but playing Orlando twice with no Big Hero, playing Miami with no Tyler Hero, no Bam Adebayo, playing tonight Boston, who's decimated. Like I said, I get what you're saying, but some of these losses we shouldn't have had, and then just how bad we look on the road. We cannot look this bad and not get no wins on the road. So for me, we already know when it boils down to it, it's going to come down to culture. We know Brunson and Cat ain't going to get fired. We know what it's going to come down to. It's been like this forever when it comes to sports. Maybe the coach don't deserve the blame, but we know who gets the blame. I'm just saying the way that we're looking on the defensive end and can't get wins on the road. Listen, if it continues to go like that, we are in trouble. Because what happens when we go on that maybe 5 to 10 games where we're playing Minnesotas and the OKCs and the Lakers, and we ain't get to that stretch yet. Where we playing the Detroits and we're playing like we didn't get to that stretch yet. So for me, this record that we have now, it should be better than that. If we was expecting what we was expecting in the beginning of the season.
I don't see how we could have beat Orlando any one of those games. They beat the shit out of us. There was
They
nothing
didn't
we
have
could
Big
do.
Hero twice, and one of them wasn't the first one was OG there.
I think so, but they just, bro. I said it for the last couple of years. Flea ain't believe me. They play better without Banquero sometimes. He's trying to figure himself out. Them dudes ain't no joke. They punked Brunson. That was the same thing Boston, similar to what Boston did today. They punked him. That was bad, and that was one. I can't give him any one of them wins. The only one maybe we could have got was one of the Miami games in Miami. And then maybe the Bucks game we let go in the second half, if I'm not mistaken. We had a bad first half, and Bridges was going off in the second half. We had the game by 3 with like 5 minutes ago. The same thing as today. It looked like today's game, as a matter of fact. That's what it looked like. Bridges had a good game. So maybe 1 or 2 wins, but I still feel like they're trying to figure out what to do. And it's good. I'm glad that we're getting a lot of the kinks out of the armor in the first 20 games of the season. Because now he's gonna have no excuses going forward if OG's coming back, with Shamit coming back. I guess at some point you're gonna have, I don't know. You have OG falling in line. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for. Because what happens next? You know what I'm saying? What happens next? Flea, when OG comes back.
I mean, he's the heart and soul of the defense. Don't tell me anything more about Mitchell Robinson being the heart and soul of our defense. He is not. He is the best offensive rebounder in the world today. He happens to be on our team, and he plays 17 minutes a game. I told you, I'm done talking about Mitchell Robinson because from a game-to-game basis, we don't know what we're going to get from him. From a game-to-game basis, if OG's not hitting shots, if he's not playing well on the offensive end, which he has elevated over the last couple of years, he is going to be a dog on the defensive end every single night, and he's been out for the last 2 to 3 weeks. So I just think from a realistic standpoint, we in a good spot. We in a really, really good spot. 13-7. If we get two games back, like OG is saying, and we 15-5. If we 15-5, that makes y'all feel better about Mike Brown. I don't know. Mike Brown ain't proved shit to me yet. He hasn't. It's yay. I'm indifferent about Mike Brown. I don't want him gone, but I don't think we should be married to him, right? Because he hasn't proven anything yet. Give him an opportunity. Give him an opportunity to prove himself is where I'm at. I don't think he should be walked out the door if we shit the bed this year, or we don't eclipse what we did last year. I think that's ridiculous to do.
Well, I'll tell you why I'm giving him a chance, because here we go right here. I don't know how much time we got, but I'm clipping this guy up. Another random white man for Flea to learn and be like, Faye, don't ever show me this guy again.
I know who this gentleman is. I'm making my business not to listen to him. Go ahead.
He is. I'm not gonna lie, he is mad mid. These guys just go to the college and learn stats and read them off. But guess what? I'm gonna use them today.
Right? As a team, last year they were 16th in drives per game, according to NBA.com. They're up to 7th in drives per game this year. More drives means more help. More help means easier kickouts. Easier kickouts means more kickouts. More kickouts means more threes. The Knicks are generating 35.4 spot up opportunities per game this season. That's the second most in the entire NBA behind the Miami Heat. Last year, they generated just 26.3. So more than 9 additional spot up opportunities every game compared to last year. I wanted to dig into the play type data on Synergy because I wanted to come up with like a way of kind
We're not doing that. Anyway, that's what Mike Brown wanted.
You nerds could go listen to that nigga.
I
Real
just
nigga shit
know
over here.
that shit is real proof that they went to college and they just looked up the stats and memorized them. You ain't even memorize them. You have a fucking thing on the board to read it all. You ain't even memorize your shit like that. I didn't want to memorize that shit, but they are 6th place. They're doing 6 more drives per game than last year. I think they're in 2nd or 3rd place in spot up 3-point shots, wide open shots. We're missing shooting. We don't have no knockdown shooter. I don't need a fucking stat to show me that. I wanted to flame this guy with that fake ass mullet. If you're gonna get a mullet, bro. Shit is trash. Number one. Number two, I did like the stats though. When he brought up the Knicks, I had to watch it because he brought the Knicks up. Because Mike Brown instituted a lot of this stuff. We're not gonna play at the pace that the Miami Heat is playing. Miami Heat, Spoelstra took the Memphis Grizzlies coach style with the no screen shit, and now they're just running all over the place. And somehow, if I'm not mistaken, I think they were 2nd in the league in defense right now. Miami, and they play at the fastest pace. That shit is that's crazy. So
that's a standard. Spo has a standard.
I'm sorry.
Whether he's going,
they're 4th in the league.
But whether he's going to mix things up on the offensive end or not, he always gets creative on the offensive end because he always has different types of teams. That's just the greatness of who he is as a coach. But yeah, there's a standard over there. You're going to play defense. I don't care who you are. Even if you were known to not play defense, you come over here and you want to be on the basketball court, you got to play defense. This is just.
Yeah, you're right, Flea. I'm sorry. East Blue Drew. I absolutely apologize. Mikal Bridges is trying to set records on the New York Knicks while he's here. He had an amazing game. He's had an amazing month, it looks like. Tied for the lead in stocks. I had to learn that fucking stat. Steals plus blocks. Ooh. But it's real with him. And for me, that's, going back to the Giannis thing, someone like Giannis, he elevates that guy. Those are the guys he elevates, because Giannis offensively is going to be a grindhouse kind of offense. That's what it is. But maybe that's what you need around Brunson. Because we didn't get to the conference finals last year by playing some crazy systematic offense. I thought we should have made the conference finals the year before, and it wasn't a real systematic offense. Brunson made the conference finals with Luka and them. That wasn't no systematic. That was one-on-one him and one-on-one Luka. Maybe you do need a grindhouse style and then work on your defense, because it's too much to make up for with Cat and Brunson. And then you lose out with this Mikal Bridges performance. I can't front on him. He's a finesse style of player. We're not going to see 35-point nights from him often. So I got to give him his props, because, I get any chance we get, I'm shitting on him. I can't keep doing that, Flea, when he outstanding tonight and the whole month.
Yeah, but there's just a little more creativity in this offense, right? You said you want a grindhouse type style. Well, that's what we was doing last season. It was real grinded out. There wasn't a lot of ball movement. It was dictated upon what Jalen Brunson was doing with his matchup, and we play read and react from there. Now we push and pace. We're trying to get open threes. We're trying to get in the paint. We're trying to get, driving kicks. Like the guy just like you just brought up, dude, how many spot up threes we get off of kickouts. So it's a completely different offense. It's a completely different approach to how we do this. I just think this thing is a work in progress. And I'm not ready to judge anything or anybody by after 20 games, 13-7. I understand who's not playing and all of that type of stuff. Listen, it's basketball, and y'all know me. I look at this thing a little different. It's not that y'all don't, but I respect NBA players and the level that we at entirely too much for me to say I'm gonna walk into Orlando and because Banchero is playing, that's a scheduled win. It's not doing that. They have a lot of good players over there. Franz Wagner is playing his ass off. Jalen Suggs is playing well. Wendell Carter Jr. is playing well. They're well coached. Desmond Bane's a great addition, and he's figured it out. Like, so I'm not about to start acting like, when we play these teams, then they're down this superstar player that they're just supposed to be fooled. Boston handed us our ass tonight with no Jason Tatum. So, we gotta play defense. We got to continue to stay creative, keep defenses on their toes, never be able to dictate what we're doing, and be able to say, oh, okay, that's what they were. We need to be able to keep defenses guessing. And, when we're able to do that, I think we're going to be just fine. And keep getting trust in our bench. If we ain't going to make no moves, we got to continue to instill trust in our bench. If you want Kolek, I don't think Kolek is strong enough to be that guy yet. But if you want him to continue to get better, you got to continue to put him in those positions. Starting him the second quarter of games, I love that. Right? Starting him, or bringing him off the bench in mid-third quarters or whatever that was, I like that. Like, if you're going to play him, put him out there and see what he's really about. Yabusele, we've seen a sample size. I still think he's out of shape. I don't know what we're going to really do with him. But when we look at our bench, from Hart to Deuce to Clarkson, you're not feeling Clarkson. I think Clarkson is going to be vital down the stretch. Guys that can hit shots. Guys that can get hot. You talked about the lack of shooting. If we're not going to go get shooting, we got to have some guys that are going to come off the bench and punch you in your mouth. Win a game on the road. Oh, everybody don't got it. Okay, Jordan Clarkson comes in game 3 on the road and has a 20-point game off the bench, and that helps us, advance or be a part of advancing, right? So I just think there's a lot of still moving parts here. I don't think nobody should be out the door yet. Again, if Giannis is on the table, you gotta pick up the phone and listen. But other than that, this is what we got this year, y'all, and this is how we gotta roll. And we 13-7, we fine.
And we're gonna have to get used to some things. Some of our stars are missing. Here's a OG Anunoby update. Insider drops major OG Anunoby news. Senior lead NBA insider Rob Morrows broke the news on social media with a crucial update. Sources: New York Knicks forward OG Anunoby is targeting a return to the lineup on December 7th, a home game against the Orlando Magic. Rob Morrow, that's what he's reporting. OG Anunoby will be back, or he's targeting a return to the starting lineup on December 7th at home against the Orlando Magic. So that would be what? 4, 5, 6. That's Sunday, a home game against the Magic. Man, listen, Flea.
I like it. It's good to see him coming back.
Not against no damn Orlando Magic. Do that shit against the Hornets. Go run the track meet with them, man. Magic is tough, man.
That's tough, and we need him out there to play. The toughness that he brings with us, we need that. Franz Wagner all over us. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't need that no more. We need him out there. It's just our defense is too horrid right now for us not to be thanking the heavens to have OG Anunoby back. It's too horrid right now. We don't get stops. We need him back for sure.
And that's a week before. It's 8 days before the trade, the alleged open trade deadline where players could be traded. I don't know if Mikhail's is available to be traded. Mikhail Bridges
Why would you
trade.
trade him?
Well, I'm saying, he's part of the rumor with for Giannis.
Yo, man. Until I see a potential deal out there, I'm not speculating on no players right now being moved, especially no glue guys. We need all the glue we can get. Go get the star, yes. Yes, go get the star. But, yo, glue guys ain't easy to come by. They don't make Alex Caruso's all over the place. Isaiah Hartensteins and niggas like that. They don't.
Just fall out the trees. Mikal Bridges is he signed a 4-year deal, a 4-year extension in July. So he's not allowed to get traded until 6 months after his extension was signed. So that would be what? January or February? I would say January. I don't know. Yeah, it's and OG coming back December 7th, 8 days before some players are eligible to get traded. Karl Anthony Towns, like we reported earlier, he didn't sign an extension, so he ain't got that on his jacket. Flea, real quick, before we get out of here, if you had to guess, will Karl Anthony Towns be traded for Giannis by January or by the end of the year?
If I had to guess, I would say no. If I had to guess, I would say no. I don't see Giannis getting moved till the end of this end of the season. I don't see Giannis being moved at all this season. I just don't. Now, happy to be wrong because I love excitement in the NBA, right? I love newness too. So even if he ends up wherever he ends up, I'm a basketball fan at the end of the day. So I'll love, seeing him somewhere else. But right now, I don't see him getting moved, especially not for Cat right now. I don't see that.
I like what Hart said last game when he said, we're feeling real comfortable. Feeling real comfortable. They came out in the first quarter. It looked like they were real comfortable.
I loved it.
But I hate that Cat hasn't said any of those words since Mike Brown has signed that contract with the New York Knicks. He has never uttered the words "we're feeling comfortable." Even as Josh Hart was saying that he felt comfortable with this offense, Karl Anthony Towns said, "We're still learning." No, you still learning.
You're still learning.
Your ass might get traded December 15th, brother. If I had to guess, Flea, I'm 50-50 on it right now. I'm going to roll the dice. I'm going to put money on Giannis is moving. With the Knicks.
You got this Philly idea. I can't align with that.
Whether it's Philly or Cleveland. Cleveland is not doing shit.
I can't even. If I mess with this, right, Fabian? Even if it's the Eastern Conference, if it's the Knicks, if it's gonna happen, it'll just be the Knicks. It won't be nobody else. It won't be anybody else in the Eastern Conference. He'll go out with it. Nobody's gonna trade in conference for him. I don't think, aside from the Knicks. I don't think they're gonna do that.
I don't think we have a choice, man. I think Daryl Morey's out of his mind. What'd you say? Oh, Sugarman, you said Cavs looking at LaMelo.
Ew.
Bringing the Ball brothers together. Word? Where you seeing that? You got that some yo, Sugarman. That's some inside information.
Sugarman.
Let us know, Sugarman. What's going on? Inside info? The Ball brothers reunited in Cleveland before LeBron goes back over there. I can see them entertaining it because I don't see Garland working there. Like, how long has it been since Darius Garland?
I can see Garland being moved
out of there, bro. It's not like they're that far away from a champion with that talent. Like Donovan Mitchell, as much as I said whatever I said about him, he's still Donovan Mitchell. Jared Allen is they soft. So even if they play going after Giannis, why not do that while you go after a LaMelo Ball, whatever it is you really want to go after? And then you gotta put pressure on Philly, because that's what they do.
I don't think there's a lot of teams that's in play for Giannis. That's the other thing I want to say. I don't think there's like this 29 team hunt for Giannis. I don't think. Maybe each team will reach out, but each team is not in position to go get Giannis. And they don't even have they're not even going to have the opportunity.
Sugarman, good job covering your sources. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I do have an inside source. Yo, you sure you're not from New York, man? That was some slick New York talk, man.
Yeah, we still ain't get our gifts. Niggas
wait,
still ain't get our gifts.
Hold on, Flea. He said, yo, hold on. Let me see what Gil is doing real quick. And Gil threw a couple of dollars out here, man.
Oh, no, that's a fact. My fault, Sugarman. My fault. My fault, big dog. My bad. You my guy. You know you my guy. My fault. I'm greedy. I'm getting greedy. I'm getting greedy. My fault.
Flea knows me well. When a man keeps his word, he's good as gold with me.
He did. He did keep his word. That's a fact. That's a fact.
I'm like a Lannister, man.
We rock with Sugarman.
I can't say I'm a Lannister. Them dudes was nasty.
Yo, get us out of here, man.
All ball suckers.
Are we live?
Big Flea, never the little one.
Sir.
I'm not gonna lie. Never the little one. The way that shit echoes is kind of crazy.
Never the little one. Never. The fucking biggest.
Sugarman, you know it's always love. Always,
Yes,
you always appreciate it. You know shit is tough out here. East Blue Drew. Always love. Become a member. Subscribe. Jeremy's house. Love.
House. Yes, sir.
We got 18 members in the building. Yo, we got to get it to 1,000. Make all balls strip like Mike Brown's in the building, huh? East Blue, what happened? I ain't relaxing with nothing.
No, he thought you directly told him to become a member, because you said become a member after you said East Blue Drew. So he was like, okay, relax.
I'm waiting till he answers that, because I'm not gonna tell him to come. I'm not telling him to become a member, even though you should. It's $5. Yo, True Skills.
That's what happened.
True Skills. Do me a favor and email that. I don't know how to recover that email shit, and now I'm fucked up in the game. I don't even want to say the rest of what I want to say, because that's the website business. Please do us a favor, email that email back so that I can, because I saw it before and then I'm trying to recover it and I can't get to it, bro. I'll take my glasses off. I swear to God, that's what happened. You even have your glasses on, Flea. That's why we lost.
No, because I told you, glasses only for dubs. This shit
wins. He did
told
say
you
that.
Did I say that?
You did.
Somebody.
Yo, watch your tone, man.
Somebody else heard that. Somebody else heard that. Somebody else heard that but you.
They did.
I was just trying to confirm. Amen.
Who was in here? They said, yo, man, say word. All ball only comes in here when we lose. And just shit on Mike Brown and Carter. Yo, Michigan.
I think that was East Blue Drew. I think that was Drew.
I think it was. Yo, Michigan Hendo, man. I see you in the comments, man. You a funny dude. He's a Michigan fan, obviously, because we were going crazy with Detroit. You already know, man. Next game is when?
Where we at? We got Charlotte. We got Charlotte on Wednesday. Tomorrow. Back to back. See y'all tomorrow.
Yo, these back-to-backs be killing us, man. We ball players, man. Don't you know I'm 43?
We got a back-to-back, and that might be in Charlotte.
It is.
Where's that
in
at?
Charlotte.
No, it's in the
No, it's at home.
It's in the garden.
That's a stupid ass schedule. As a father, thanks for the glasses, please.
No Stray. What up?
Oh yeah, of course, no Stray. No, all right, hold on. My bad, no Strays. I was gonna shit on you. You have showed up before the Celtics beat us and all that. I'm sorry. Yeah. I was gonna shit on you.
Yes. That's our guy.
Top of New York, I see you in there. TONY.
Top of New York, yo. TONY. Much love.
Oh, send me the $2 right before we. Oh yeah, looking forward to chopping it with you. Stacks, time, and different. Okay.
Who that? Okay. That's somebody.
Give us a clue, man.
Yeah.
He got that.
Who want to chop it? We can chop it. I know what we do.
Stacks, timing is different. Who that? What's his name? That with the Matt Barnes shit? Stacks.
Never. You know he got smoke with me. Never. Never.
Yo,
That is not Steven Jackson. That's not Steven Jackson. You know he don't fuck with Flea. Get out of here.
Yo, we're gonna have to go roll with guns and vests, all kind of shit. We're gonna be the new G unit of content creators because of this motherfucker over here, man. Shit.
Yo. Mad
I was
niggas
waiting.
got me blocked. Mad niggas got me blocked.
Blocked is
Stack,
crazy.
Kmart.
What? What? Yo, give us a clue though. He said, "Fuck out here, ain't Stacks." So which Stacks are you, man? Let us know. Oh, we gotta go because Flea, look, Flea's on the brothers know, and Flea, look, he ain't even in a bad mood. Flea's in the ill mood.
I'm in a good mood.
Nah, Flea's in the ill mood. He's like, yo, get us out of here, man. When all balls, yo, close us out. I could tell when y'all get tired of me, and I'll be stretching it. I'm like, that's one of the shit.
Flea unit.
Oh, nah.
They did it again. They did it fucking again. They did it again, Ray. And that's Michael James. That's our guy. Big shout out to Mike James. They did it again, Ray. And when he makes that face, y'all, that's when you know he likes it. Pause. They did it again. They did it again. Niggas smoked it with the Flea MX. But my son Michael James said, Flea unit.
Yo, having a Flea unit crew like that, like in the Twitter to defend you, or on the social media, the Flea unit. Flea unit. That's kind of dope. I ain't got no nicknames, man. That's why I'm really jealous. I ain't got no nicknames.
They're gonna come up with a bunch for you now. See?
Flea MX is by far.
Flea
top.
MX is crazy.
Yeah.
And y'all know DMX is my favorite rapper of all time. Flea MX is crazy.
Oh, Paul comes to shit all over the guys, man.
Gotta love OG.
All right. We try to figure out who you were, Stacks. We out of here, man. Tomorrow, another game, another dollar. Hopefully we finish this shit off, man. Mañana. ALLBALL TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.